Hi, I'm Robin Scott-Elliot, and I'm going to read to you today from my new book, The Acrobats of Agra, which comes out in October with this beautiful cover by Holly Ovenden. And Holly has also done a series of illustrations to go all the way through the story. So we're in India in 1857. The story is told to us by Beatrice B, who's the narrator, and it begins with a travelling circus coming to the city of Agra. Bee's favourite thing is acrobats, so she's really excited about getting to see the world famous acrobats perform. So she just sat down and watched them and actually got herself in a wee bit of trouble because she was so excited. My eyes were already back in the heavens, which is what the top of the circus tent seemed to me. If only I could be up there with them, the great Romanini, Giulietta and Beatrice, the amazing acrobat from Ardnamurchan. Maybe not Ardnamurchan. Not many people in Great Britain, let alone India, have heard of the distant peninsula and the wild west coast where I grew up. Tonight was the first moment I didn't wish I'd never been sent to India. You see, mother and father were sent here, and look what happened to them. So I wasn't at all keen to follow, especially as it meant leaving Granny. I'd been taken from Granny only a few months earlier, after it was decided she was too old to look after me. I'd lived with her for 6 years, just the two of us, ever since mother, father and baby George left for father's new position. I screeched. I wasn't sure whether it was the roars of the soldiers or the rush of air and thump of his feet landing on the ground that jerked me from my thoughts. But there he was, right in front of me, the great Romanini, arms raised, acknowledging the applause for the grand finale of his act, and I'd missed it. Missed seeing him fly off the far swing and hurtle through the air, swallow diving onto the rather unsafe-looking safety net. He leapt up and danced across the net. Giulietta copied him on the other side, before both somersaulted down to the ground, the orchestra blaring a triumphant conclusion. Ta-da! Bother, I said, drawing a hiss from Primrose, who was clapping her white-gloved hands so lightly she wouldn't have disturbed a fly. I sat down. I was cross now. Only that morning, in the wake of another scolding from Miss Goodenough, I vowed I would pay more attention and stop disappearing into distant corners of my mind. I must stop my attention from darting here, there and everywhere like a monkey on a mad mission. Bother damn, and blast it, I said. Mother! Shrilled Primrose. I ignored her. I was staring at Romanini. Close up, he was smaller than he seemed in the air, but he looked strong. A lock of pitch-black hair flopped over his forehead, which he tried to blow away as he kept his arms outstretched to take the applause. It made him look younger than I'd supposed he was. In fact, as I studied him, I saw he wasn't much older than me. A sudden movement behind him caught my attention. An animal slipped beneath the curtain, separating the ring from the backstage area. At first I thought it was a large cat, but as it raced across the ring towards Romanini, pursued by the fire eater waving his colossal shiny arms, I realised it was not the sort of cat I thought. It was a tiger, and Romanini appeared to have no idea the beast was making straight for his back. Oh! I yelled, and leapt once more from my seat, whirling my arms in alarm. Oofed! Said General Biddle, because this time I punched him. By accident, and I really was so dreadfully sorry, but still a punch, and on the chin, and I can punch quite hard. He fell back again once more into the unwelcoming lap of Lady Stout. She shot up in alarm, surprising Mr. Slasher, the city accountant, standing with his back to the ring as he adjusted his hat in readiness to leave. Mr. Slasher waved his arms in the air as if he were balancing on a tightrope, but being no acrobat, he failed to keep to his feet and toppled backwards onto Lady Stout, who in turn tumbled and buried General Biddle beneath her wide skirts. Help! Rose a muffled cry from the General. I ignored it all, because I had to save the great Romanini. I hurdled the small fence, separating our seats from the ring. Sometimes I just do things without thinking. I leap before I look. I hurtled into Romanini, knocking him backwards. We tumbled to the ground just as the tiger arrived and leapt on top of us. Its breath was hot and a wee bit stinky. I scrunched my eyes as tight shut as I could. Ah, tonton, said Romanini. And when I opened my eyes again, I saw the tiger licking Romanini's face. Merci, mon ami, merci. Hans grabbed me and pulled me to my feet. Damn disgrace, said a deep voice. It was Theophilus Campbell, the city's magistrate, one of the most important people in Agra. A typical snooty Campbell, Granny liked to say of her son-in-law. Aunt Constance's husband, my uncle, absolute damn disgrace. It was the most Uncle Theophilus had ever said to me, and it was the most furious I'd ever seen him. Oh dear, I said to no one in particular.